Time for healing. It's here. Time for healing. It's the healing. Yeah. It's the healing. It's time. It's here. Yeah. It's time for healing.
You can see that. Those trucks got the loudest horns and the brightest lights in the city.
That's right.
They're to warn you.
Yeah, that's right.
They're to warn drivers that they're coming.
Right.
So if you can't hear, you can see.
Bring it
They
out.
are a warning. Read that from the top again,
Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet
Whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet, read,
and taketh not warning,
and taketh not warning, read more,
if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head.
Your blood shall be upon your own head. When these trucks come by and you don't take heed to them, as a warning, your blood is on your own hands.
Right.
Because we are out here teaching on the chief place of concourse damn near every Saturday.
That's right.
So if you ain't taking heed to those horns that come by, if you ain't taking heed to the loud voices, your blood on your own head.
That's right.
Let's get back to this. Read that from the top out.
Book of 1 Maccabees chapter 1, verse 41.
Read that.
Moreover, the king Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom
Yes, sir.
that all should be one people,
All should be one people.
and everyone should leave his laws.
Salaki, go ahead.
So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yea, many also of the Israelites.
Many also of the Israelites. So what? Salaki, so what happened was this whole idea of God should love everybody is not our idea. This came from the heathen. This came from the white man. That's who it came from. It came from the white man to conquer you, to keep you on the foot.
That's right.
Guns.
That's right.
Let's see what he did. Read.
Yea, many also of the Israelites
Right.
consented to his religion.
Many of the Israelites consented to his religion, like dummies. Read.
And sacrifice unto idols, and profane the Sabbath.
And profane the Sabbath. That means they just stopped going. They started cooking. They started eating pigs. They started eating rats. And just started doing all kind of goofy stuff that we doing today.
Right.
Read more.
Verse 45. And forbid burnt offering and sacrifice and drink offerings.
So what King Antiochus did a circumcision. He cut us off from our Most High by telling us you can't do no more sacrifices. You can't do this foolishness on the Sabbath. What is this Sabbath day? What is this? You don't need to do that. All of those things that kept us close to the Most High, he made us stop it. Under the auspices of God loving everybody. Let's love everybody, which is a lie. Which is a lie. If you really ask somebody if they love everybody, and they say, yeah, they're a damn liar.
Right.
Gone.
You're a damn liar.
That's right.
Because because that same person, if I ask you, so if a man rape your daughter or your son, you gonna love him?
Right.
Well, I don't know about that.
That's
But
right.
then you're a damn liar.
Right.
If I ask another brother, you love pedophiles? Well, you don't mean that. That's different. Nah, it ain't different, nigga. You just a liar.
Right.
You don't love everybody. Anyway, it ain't put into you to love everybody by the Most High.
Right.
He didn't put that in you.
Gone.
Read more.
And that they should profane the Sabbath and festival days. Verse 46. And pollute the sanctuary
Right.
and holy people.
Right.
Set up altars and groves and chapels of idols and sacrifice swine's flesh
That's where it all is.
and unclean beasts. That they should also leave their children uncircumcised.
Listen to that. Listen to that. Listen to how It's not balanced. We not being in our rightful order in this kingdom is unbalanced. We're supposed to run this place.
That's right.
They ain't supposed to run us. But there's a certain people who's responsible for this, who claim they're the real and true Jews. Well, we're going to throw down a gauntlet tonight. All of you who claim to be Jewish, come up and prove it.
That's right.
Come up and prove it.
That's right.
Give me Isaiah 41 and 21. Come up and prove that you the real Jews. Show us. Bring all your books. Bring all of your scholars. Go to Georgetown and get them. Get wherever you want to get them. Come out here and show us. Which I don't get and don't understand is when y'all at home sleeping, it's brothers right here up late at night going over these scriptures.
Right.
So that we can come out here and reprove our people, man.
Right.
Con.
So when we out here talking, you best believe we know what we're talking about. If you can prove that we don't, we'll take the correction. We'll pack up our stuff, give a public apology, and we'll leave.
Right.
Con.
Right.
But until then, we are the Israelites.
That's right.
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 We ain't no damn black Hebrew Israelites.
Right.
We're the Israelites.
That's right.
The same people you read about, or you're supposed to be reading about in your Bible.
That's right.
If you're Jewish and you say we're wrong, show us where we're wrong.
Right.
But what we're going to do is edify our people and show them where we're right. You got that out? Read that.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 41, verse 21.
Read
That's
about
right.
it.
Produce your cause.
Produce your cause. Show us. Produce your cause. Read that again.
Produce your cause.
Produce your cause. Read more.
Saith the Lord.
Uh-huh.
Bring forth your strong reasons.
Bring forth your strong reason. That means bring your books. That means bring all of your greatest minds, your greatest Jewish minds. Come prove us wrong. Come prove us wrong. Tell us where we're wrong. We'll pack up, leave, give a public apology, and you'll never see us on the corners no more.
Con.
If you're Jewish and you can prove it, come show us. Give me
That's right.
Isaiah 29:22. Show us. Prove it. That's what we done threw down the gauntlet tonight. If you're a Jewish man, woman, or child, and you say we're not, step up and prove it.
Right.
But we're about to put you in a trick bag because you're going to have to explain this. Read that out.
This is the book of Isaiah,
Uh-huh.
chapter 29 and verse 22.
Read about that.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord.
We didn't say it. We ain't saying this. So don't get mad at us. Read more.
Who redeemed Abraham
Uh-huh.
concerning the house of Jacob.
Concerning the house of Jacob, read.
Jacob shall not now be ashamed,
That's right.
Right.
neither shall his face now wax pale.
Uh-oh. Now you got a problem.
Right.
Read that one more time from the top up. Because you white folk are claiming you're the Jews. Come and prove it. But you're going to have to get around this one first. Read it again.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord.
We didn't say it. Don't get mad at us. Don't clip our video. We ain't saying it. We coming right out the Bible. Go ahead.
That's right.
Who redeemed Abraham
Yes, he did. Uh-huh.
concerning the house of Jacob.
Concerning us. Read more.
Jacob shall not now be ashamed,
Shall not now be ashamed. Read.
neither shall his face now wax pale.
Neither shall his face now not wax pale.
Right.
Now we know there's two people in the Bible who are mistaken for Egyptians. Now we know you ain't got to be no archaeologist to know that the Egyptians were dark-skinned people, right?
God.
They were dark-skinned people. All you got, anybody who don't believe it, just go down about 6 or 7 blocks down that way to the Smithsonian. You'll see them all up in there. Right. They're all up in there. You'll see them with whips, you know, posing and stuff with whips and everything. They are dark-skinned people. But you'll also see people on the ground. You'll see that man with the whip, and then you'll see people on the ground. Those are the Hebrew Israelites. They're dark-skinned too. They're dark-skinned too. They're dark-skinned people. That you can't deny that. And it's never been disproven ever. So if the scriptures say his face ain't gonna wax pale, then my question to you is, when did your face turn from dark to light? Explain that, because I don't see where it ever happened. It ain't in the scriptures. So if y'all can explain it as Jewish people, we'd love to hear it. Give me Exodus 2 and 18. So we're gonna go into the scriptures and we're gonna see who the Jews were. The real ones. The ones that's in this Bible. We're going to see who they were.
That's right,
Right?
That's right.
This is our proof.
God.
Bring yours. Read that out.
The book of Exodus, chapter 2, verse 18.
Yes, sir.
And when they came to Reuel, their father, he said, how is it that ye are come so soon today?
Come on, go back to 6. Right. Go back to verse 6.
Verse 6. And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the babe wept. And she had compassion on him, and said, this is one of the Hebrews' children.
It's one of the Hebrews. This is a Egyptian woman snatching up a Hebrew child.
That's right.
Read more.
Verse 7.
Yes, sir.
Then said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter, shall I go and call to thee a nurse of the Hebrew woman?
Yes, sir.
That she may nurse the child for thee?
So this black woman snatched up a black child and said, they look like us, but I can tell this is a Hebrew. Maybe we should call a Hebrew so they can nurse it. Read more.
Verse 8.
Right.
And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, go. And the maid went and called the child's mother. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, take this child away and nurse it for me, and I will give thee thy wages.
That's right.
And the woman took the child and nursed it.
Yep. Read more.
And the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter.
Yep.
And he became her son.
So he became her son, right? So here you have an Egyptian woman who nursed clearly a Hebrew baby and reared him and raised him up in the ways of the Egyptians. Let's see what happens though. Read more.
And she called his name Moses.
That's what she called his name. Moses. That's who we talking about tonight. Moses. Read more.
And she said, because I drew him out of the water. Verse 11. And it came to pass in those days,
yes, sir,
when Moses was grown, that he went out unto his brethren.
He went out unto his brethren. So that means he went out amongst the Hebrews. Read.
And looked on their burdens.
Read more.
And he spied an Egyptian smiting a Hebrew.
So he goes out there and see this Egyptian beating up on one of his brothers. Let's see what he do. Read more.
One of his brethren. And he looked this way and that way.
So he was looking. Man, this dude beating up my people, man. Let me see if I can go knock this nigga out real quick and get away with it. Read.
When he saw that there were no men, he slew the Egyptian.
When he saw there wasn't nobody looking, he bust his head open and killed him. Knocked his head off. Read more.
And hid him in the sand. Verse
Killed him and buried him in the sand. For his people. He was keeping the law before he even got it. For his people.
That's right.
Read more.
Verse 13.
Uh-huh.
And when he went out the second day, behold, 2 men of the Hebrews strove together.
Yep.
And he said to him that did the wrong, wherefore smitest thou thy fellow?
Man, why you do that to that dude, man? Oh, that God loves everybody. Why you do that, man? Read.
Verse 14. And he said, who made thee a prince and a judge over us?
Right. So these people recognize Moses as coming up under the Egyptian house, the house of royalty. So look what they get ready to do. Read.
Intendest thou to kill me, as thou killedest the Egyptian?
Read more.
And Moses feared and said, surely this thing is known. Now when Pharaoh heard this thing, he thought to slay Moses. But Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh.
So Moses saw somebody beating up on his people. He went bust the man's head, killed him, buried him in the ground. He didn't think nobody saw him. He go walking through and some dudes say, hey man, you the dude that killed that Egyptian? They went and ran, told the Pharaoh. Now the Pharaoh looking to kill Moses. Let's read more. Keep reading.
But Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh.
So Moses got up out of there. Read.
And dwelt in the land of Midian.
Dwelt in the land of Midian. More black people. Let's see what he did when he was in Midian. Read.
And he sat down by a wall. Verse 16. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters.
7 daughters. Completion. That they was fine as a mug too. Read.
And they came and drew water and filled the troughs to water their father's flocks.
So listen to the women working. Why the men ain't doing that? Why the men ain't out there doing it? The women working. Read more.
Verse 17. And the shepherds came.
Shepherds came.
And drove them away.
And tried to push them out of there from doing their work. Let's see what Moses did. Read.
But Moses stood up and helped them.
Moses said, nah, y'all ain't gonna do that today. You may have got away with it 3, 4, 5 times before, but today it's over with. Read.
And watered their flocks.
And watered their flocks. Read more.
Verse 18. And when they came to Ruel, their father, he said, how is it that ye are come so soon today?
So this was a thing that happened all the time. Every time they went down there to get water, to water the troughs, they get harassed and they get thrown in the back of the line of the shepherds. And they get thrown back so many times that they come back so late. So he's surprised that they showed up so early. Well, let's see why. Read.
Verse 19.
Right.
And they said, an Egyptian delivered us.
What?
An Egyptian delivered us.
What?
An Egyptian delivered us.
What?
An Egyptian delivered us.
An Egyptian delivered us. Mistaken identity. Now how can that happen? Let's go back. We know the Egyptians are dark-skinned people. We know that. You don't have to go to school 12 years to know that. They're dark-skinned people. So how can they mistake Moses for an Egyptian? Had to be a dark-skinned man. Let's go to the New Testament, because I know you Christians, that's the Old Testament. They changed, the Jews changed in the New Testament. Well, let's see. Read that out.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 21 and verse 36.
Go to 34.
This is 21 and verse 34.
Yes, sir.
And some cried one thing, some another.
Yeah.
Among the multitude.
Yes, sir. Read.
And when he could not know the certainty for the tumult, he commanded him to be carried into the castle.
So this is where Moses was teaching people. And Salaki, this is Paul. Paul's teaching the people. People get ready to tell Paul a new one for telling the truth. They mad at Paul. So they about to tear him up. So the people had to go get him and pull him into the castle. Go ahead, read.
And when he came upon the stairs,
Yes, sir.
so it was that he was born of the soldiers of the violence of the people.
So he came into the constraints of the soldiers at that time, because if they didn't, they'd have tore Paul apart. Read more.
For the multitude of the people followed after, crying away with him.
Right. Read more.
And as Paul was to lead into the castle, he said unto the chief captain,
Look at what he said.
May I speak unto thee? Who said, Canst thou speak Greek?
Canst thou speak Greek? Read.
Art thou the Egyptian?
Who?
Art thou the Egyptian?
Who?
Art thou that Egyptian?
Art thou that Egyptian?
Right.
Paul being mistaken for an Egyptian?
Right.
That's right. That's a problem. That's right.
Cons.
That's a problem, Jewish man.
Right.
Read more. There's more to this. Read.
Which before these days maddest and uproar,
Read more.
and led us out into the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers.
Right. So the Jewish man got to answer, why was Paul mistaken for an Egyptian? Read more, because there's more on that.
But Paul said, I am a man,
Yeah.
which am a Jew of Tarsus.
Wow.
That's right.
Wow. Bring it out. Bring it out. Read that one more time out. That's heavy.
But Paul said,
That's what he said.
I am a man, which am a Jew
Woo.
of Tarsus. Of Tarsus,
Read more.
a city in Sicily.
Cecilia. Go ahead.
Cecilia. Salaki. A citizen of no mean city.
Citizen of no mean city. Read more.
And I beseech thee,
Read more.
suffer me to speak unto people, unto the people.
So Paul is asking the God to speak on the people. Right?
Man, here. I want to ask you a question, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, because y'all stayed in truth, y'all stayed in fact. Y'all looking at one of the few brothers that's been to Jerusalem and Mecca and all that stuff. All right? Everything you say is true, but why we always gotta look like we angry when we're doing this shit?
Give me
Because
please ask him something. Hold what you got.
It makes you smile. You know?
Please guys 7-7. All day long.
The one thing and I'm glad you asked that question, brother. One thing you gotta learn about when you deal with us, we don't speak our own words. We come right out the Bible. So I'm gonna answer you with the scripture.
Go ahead.
Okay, is that all right, brother?
It's fine with me.
Okay, read
It's
that.
fine with me.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7.
Read that.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad,
That's what. Read
and
more.
a gift destroyeth the heart.
So oppression makes us mad, brother.
Right. Right. But just
That's
because
your-
you're
that's
mad,
your-
no.
That's your
That
your
ain't
answer.
That's an answer, and I get it, and I know that part. But that doesn't mean that's why you gotta always present it. Because you're mad, and I'm angry, bro, you be surprised on the shit that I done seen, been through, learned, and found out about.
Let's read this again.
Okay?
Let's
You can
read
read that
this.
100 times, ain't gonna make no difference. I'm trying to tell you.
Let's
you
read
ain't
this
gotta
again.
do.
Book of
Still ain't gonna do it
Ecclesiastes,
again.
chapter 7, verse
I'ma let it
7.
go.
Right?
Surely
Let it go, 'cause
oppression
you gonna read that
maketh
100
the
times,
wise
this
man
ain't gonna
mad.
make no
Surely
difference. I'm trying to tell you.
oppression maketh a wise man mad. When you come up and talk to us, we wise men, brother. We know this Bible.
You're getting
Let me
knowledge.
finish.
You're getting
Let me
knowledge. Don't
finish.
let it go. Thank
Okay. Hey, have a good night, brother. You're an Israelite, and we love you, brother. We love you.
Y'all too, man.
Okay.
All right?
All right, brother. So let's get back to this.
We the true men and the true race. But that's another story.
Okay. Have a good night, brother. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments, man.
All right.
Finish that. Read that.
Verse 40.
Uh-huh.
And when he had given him license,
Start back at 39. So
but Paul said,
Paul said,
That's right.
I am a man, which am a Jew.
Which am a Jew, not Jewish. Not Jewish.
Right.
I am a man which are a Jew. Read.
Of Tarsus,
Of Tarsus,
a city in Sicilia,
Yes, sir.
a citizen of no mean city.
Citizen of no mean city. That's heavy right there. Man, I can get into that, but I'm going to another point. Read.